Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So couple of notes before we start with the actual video. Number one is that I apologize for the less than stellar camera quality because my camera setup has kind of decided to just give up on me, and I'm using my old cheap webcam, so hopefully that suffices for now until I either fix it or, I don't know, figure something out. And then the second one, obviously, I have not been uploading much for the last several days, and I'm not going to get into the detail, but I am better now. I should be getting back to normal within this week, next week, something like that. So slowly and surely, I'm going to start trying to upload more and more till I get back to my normal schedule. That being said, I would say huge thank you to one of my alliance mates, JMC, who has ranked for Nick Fury and has kindly shared some of the gameplay with me. And that is exactly what we're going to look at it together. I actually haven't seen all of it myself. I know what the fights are about. We're going to have a couple of Winter Soldier fights. This first one, we're actually going to see Nick Fury, well, obviously, destroy the Winter Soldier, but this fight we are going to destroy the life model decoy, and then we're gonna start attacking Winter Soldier and see him absolutely melt. Now, I'm not entirely sure if there are any synergy partners involved in this video because the recording starts before that, but either way, it's going to give us a decent scope on what the damage is here. Now, obviously, unfortunately, rank 4s do not really have that high of a power increase, but it's still quite interesting to see exactly what happens with these top-tier ranked champions and what exactly they can do. So, Winter Soldier actually took quite a bit of a time to destroy that Nick Fury, which is about 4/5 of the fight, and the fight itself is extremely quick. The fight itself is extremely quick. I think it's about 35 hits when the Winter Soldier dies, and yeah, there we go, 35 hits or so. So that is fairly rapid. Right, now let's go and try out something different. So Nick Fury against Winter Soldier without wasting all that time. Well, it's not quite a waste, but without destroying life model decoy. Now, I can tell you immediately, this fight is 20 seconds longer. The first one was 1 minute and 20 something, which is not the best time when it comes to smashing Winter Soldier, because, as I said before, 4/5 of that time were taken, or at least 3/5 of that time were taken getting hit in the face. And here we are skipping that, but obviously there is no Fury buff. That massive Fury does give you a huge damage increase. So ultimately, when it comes to fighting Winter Soldier, it's barely any faster to let Winter Soldier destroy your life model decoy than it is to just having a go at Winter Soldier itself. I also kind of feel that Nick Fury's damage is a bit underrated with his life model decoy. I used to think that, you know, Nick Fury unduped, I would not value much or invest much in him at all whatsoever. But truth to be told, in about 9 out of 10 fights, if not more, when I use Nick Fury in war, you know, I use Nick Fury's life model decoy. His life model decoy doesn't get destroyed most of the time, unless I make some horrible mistake. Obviously, here we can see that the hit counter is significantly higher, but the time difference is not all that big. So this was 146 and this one was 127 in the duration. Still a decent amount of damage. Now, this fight is going to be a bit different though. This one, we do have Liquid Courage Double Edge active, and we can see that life model decoy is already destroyed. So you can see that on the base damage, there's like 9,800 per tick on that light. Deep wounds are obviously extremely important to Nick Fury, but look at that damage, just finishing combos with light hits. That's it, that's all that's required. He probably had finished her off there before that level 2, but with level 2 30, what is it, 1 hit when she went down, and obviously this fight lasted 29 seconds. So much quicker. So we also do have a fight against a Venom Pull boss in Cav EQ, and this Venom Pull boss I do remember being somewhat tricky, and especially when it starts using special attacks and things like that. But here we go. So he has put on the Inner Bleed, and we can see that Inner Bleed ticks for 1024 damage, and that's like without Suicide Mastery, stuff like that in real Nick Fury phase. So that is some potent bleed, you know. The Inner Bleed is not really meant to be the main source of the damage for Nick Fury, but when your Nick Fury is rank 4, then 1000 per tick, you know, for each Inner Bleed that you can get on, it's not too bad. This 37 seconds. Obviously, Nick Fury can be and is an absolute destruction machine. So here we have another fight with Red Hulk. Speaking of fights about Red Hulk, I do believe this can be done more effective. And I showed my teammate the exact team that I used to get Red Hulk done in 60 hits with my rank 3. There is a video of that on my channel. So I showed him exactly the team I used, like with the Black Panthers, stuff like that, and what did I do, what didn't I do. And he's gonna try and record the same type of strategy, same type of pattern with his rank 4 Nick Fury, which I personally cannot wait. I'm super excited to see that, and I want to see how low can the hit count go to smack this Red Hulk. Like, don't get me wrong, by no means this is a slow fight at all whatsoever, but for one fight specifically, like, you can get your attack boosted if you're running Liquid Courage Double Edge, and obviously if you have all the Black Panther synergies and stuff like that, you can get that fight speed even faster. But at this point, 62 hits, that Red Hulk is at like 45%. It's not bad. It's definitely not bad compared to, well, let's say majority of the champions released this year, maybe minus Hercules. It's definitely quite crazy amount of damage. It's also funny that Red Hulk can still evade in Labyrinth for whatever reason, because Kabam said so, but we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. So here we can see 84 hits, he's at 22%. Each of those Inner Bleeds stick for 1100, it's not bad. And the fight is about to be over here. Right, so the Red Hulk has already gone down to sleep. And then we also have the Labyrinth of Legends Star-Lord fight. So here we go. This fight is not much longer either. So he starts up with obviously getting his light model decoy destroyed. And then we're going to see how quickly that Star-Lord goes down as well. Drop that level 1. Because you want your power to be exactly at about 1.5 bars of power when your life model decoy gets destroyed, so you can easily drop 2 level 1s immediately and go unblockable. Just makes life easier. And he got hit twice. Okay, that makes life a bit harder for him, but for this one special, he has 2 Furies. I want to see how, if he connects, how big a medium crit will be. That's a nice 15k medium crit, 10k light crits. That's not bad. That's not bad at all for a champion that gets, well, majority of his damage through bleed. Nick Fury's damage on his base, I think, is also quite a bit underrated, especially in his real Nick Fury phase. I have used Nick Fury plenty of times against bleed immunes, and we all know that he's still viable against bleed immune champions. Like when the Darkhawk boss in 6.3 was one of the bigger obstacles, Nick Fury was still one of the best options for that fight, despite obviously Darkhawk being a robot and fully bleed immune. So yes, you do lose a ton of damage if you use Nick Fury against bleed immune champions, but he's far from the worst damage dealer, even in bleed immune matchups. And that is one of the things I really, really do like about Nick Fury. But here we go. He's back in the rhythm. Some solid level 2s. Finish with light. Why not? So we have some 7k something there. Bleeds, obviously, from the light. plus 1000 plus per tick from the inner bleed. So we can see that even 3.3 mil health pool in Labyrinth of Legends is just leaking out. You can see that the health bar is consistently going down and down and down. Maybe not quite with like every tick, but every few seconds we can see that Star-Lord's definitely losing a lot of health very quickly without much else to be said about it. And obviously level 2s help you place your inner bleeds and keep them refreshed. So all of your bleeds do last longer. And yeah, Star-Lord's already at 30% mark at 140 hits. I believe a rank 4 Hercules, when I tried it, and I was like a bit boosted with cosmic power boost as well, and obviously having class advantage, finished this fight in 160 hits or 150 something hits, fully synergized, boosted with cosmic class boost. So I do think that Nick Fury can probably overtake Hercules damage in a fight such as this, especially if he would have the class advantage. So it would actually be quite interesting race to see Nick Fury versus Hercules on some 3 million health pool opponent. But 176 hits and the fight's over. 170 what? 193, but those first 26 were kind of meh. Either way, that's all the footage that I do have for now. Hopefully I will get some more. I'll kindly ask him, but let me know in what kind of situations you guys would like to see Nick Fury in. And yeah, that will do for now. I have finally uploaded a video, and hopefully the next one is not far behind. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.
Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about